Today, I'm here with Kerron Greaves with Primerica Financial. Kerron, I've known you for a little bit. You are out to change lives. Now, what areas are you doing that in Brevard County?
Yeah, great question. And thanks for having me, Trevor. So, the way I change lives, and it kind of comes from my athletic background in coaching, working with kids. But now in the financial industry, over the last almost 9 years now, the way we change lives, the way I look to change people's lives every day is to give them an opportunity to do something special in their life. It gives them an opportunity to do something that maybe in the past they had big goals and dreams, and maybe through life and being jaded through the process, getting beaten down, they've put those goals and dreams to the side. But my company and the opportunity that we have here changed my life, and I try to give that opportunity to someone else too, because um, uh, I think when we finally finish high school, finish college, and we tend to just settle. We tend to just settle instead of saying, you know what? I want to go back and do the thing that really excited me when I was in high school. Those big goals and dreams. So that's where I always start off when there's a conversation with someone, just like I had a couple of days ago, and then it's up to them to take that next step.
And so tell me a little bit more when somebody is telling you about their dreams, what they're hoping to achieve personally with their family, with their business, what are some of the avenues that you're really helping them, move towards those goals?
Yeah, so obviously, be in the financial world, right? I've been with Primerica, like I said, almost going on 9 years, and that is a quick way to get people's attention, right? Quick way to get people's attention because we know what the data says. The data says, all right, 64% of Americans are going to retire broke, which means they can't retire. So we can start the conversation right there. Back to a story with a client I had 2 days ago. 39 years old, 5 children. She has zero life insurance, zero in retirement.
Hmm.
And I just paused and I just stopped. Now, what's the easiest way to have impact on her life? For me, is to offer her the opportunity to change her life because what she's doing right now is not working. She's 39. And from there, then we can address products and services, right? Protecting your family, getting you on track to financial freedom. But right now, to have that impact in her life, I'm going to start with the business opportunity because what she's doing is just not working, and we need to make a change.
Right. So you can actually not just sell products and services, not just sell life insurance, but actually give people an opportunity to provide those for others, right? Educate, provide the services and support so they can go out and sell and bring their dreams to life, right? So what is that process look like, especially somebody maybe they're in their 30s or in their 40s, they want to make a change.
Right.
That's scary. How can you do that? How does Primerica do that?
Oh man, great question. It is scary for some people, right? But that's why you have a mentor. You have someone there that can guide you, right? So starting out spare time, part time. That's how Primerica started me out. When my best friend in college, who had been recruiting me for about 2 or 3 years, right? Not aggressively. He was just patiently persistent with me. He said, "Karan, I know that you're a coach." And you know how to disseminate information. You know how to convey over to kids, college kids at the time, right? You'd be great in this industry. And so, I would say starting out, just spare time, part time, get your licenses in place. Start training and learning and growing, and eventually down the road, you might want to go full time in the business, right? But again, this is something that's their decision. It's not us. It's not the company, right? We're giving them the opportunity. Now, what they do with that opportunity is up to them.
Wow. And you're involved in a lot of areas in the community. Tell me a little bit about what all you're doing.
Yes, another great question. So, um, over the last 16 years, I've coached um, uh, college football, high school football, college track, high school track, right? And 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, I went full time in the financial industry with Primerica. So spare time, part time on the side, I work with some kids privately outside of the school system. And that's still just probably some of my best moments, being able to, give back to the community, give back to kids, to help them achieve some of their goals and dreams. And here in the next few days, I have one of my former athletes going off to college to start her freshman year
Wow.
in school as a track and field sprinter. So those are the things that really bring a lot of joy and satisfaction to me, and that's why I do it. Right,
Awesome.
not for me. It's for others, right? So my time's already, it's been over for many, many years and decades now. But giving back almost replaces that feeling, than when I was an athlete. Yeah.
That's awesome. What else is coming up? What do you see coming in the next couple of years?
Yeah. So here in the next 3 to 6 months, I have a personal goal of achieving my regional vice president promotion, which probably doesn't mean a lot to people hearing this or seeing it, but people are interested in where you're going, not where you are, right? Ambition is one of those things that's very important to me. So the next 3 to 6 months, getting that promotion really is when things really is going to take off in this business, right? We say regional vice presidents where things start, right? But I've only been full time, Trevor, in this business about going on 3.5 years, right? Going on 3.5 years, and I do believe in that Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours or 10 years to become an expert or to master something, right? And collectively, I'm coming up on 9 with part time in the beginning and now full time. So that's where my mindset is. That's where my focus is going forward. With working with kids on the side part time, I'll probably continue to do that. Specifically around the spring season when track comes back around. We're just finishing up the summer now. I'm only working with one kid right now. And then in January, I may pick back up, a couple of days a week working with kids. But my main focus, obviously, is in this business, helping people achieve their goals and dreams, changing lives, having big impact. That's my focus, and that's what I get up every day excited to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kron, is there anything else people should know about you? Any other stories you have for us right now?
Oh, tons of stories, tons of stories. But that's where this career, this business really, really um, becomes meaningful to me is when we're sitting down with a client, and we have some great people that I've sat down with here in the last week or so, and we're going to follow up into next week. But and some of these stories are people that are in their early 60s, getting ready to retire, and they're scared to death. They don't know what to do with their assets. They don't know what to do with, hey, can I go ahead and retire now, right? Can I go ahead and shut those light switches off for my income that's coming in and switch on these other light switches to generate income through retirement, which is going to be on average 20 years in retirement, right? We're living longer and longer and longer. Social Security is not the answer, right? We don't know what's going to happen here within the next 6 years with Social Security, but these are the things that excites me, right? Get an opportunity to get in front of someone, change their lives. Um, with these specific stories about people getting ready to retire, what's important to me is that they feel confident in working with me and knowing that I'm going to guide them in the right position. It's really important to have a coach in everything we do in life, and I'm proud of the opportunity that we have here, being able to be that coach for someone else that's getting ready to retire and make big changes in their lives.
Yeah, that's a great point. Thanks for coming on. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. Thank you, Kron. You have a
Appreciate
great
you.
day.
Yes, sir. Thanks.